If you feel like no matter how hard you work, you're still stuck in the same place, this video is going to make you uncomfortable, because the truth is, you're not broke, you're trapped. And the worst part? Most people never realize it. They just wake up, go to work, pay their bills, scroll a little, sleep, and repeat. Day after day, month after month, year after year. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because they're inside a system that was never designed to make them free. Think about this. From the moment you were a kid, you were told a very specific story. Study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work hard, save money, and eventually, everything will be okay. Sounds reasonable, right? But look around. How many people actually followed that exact path and still feel stuck, still stressed, still living paycheck to paycheck, still waiting for someday? That's not a coincidence. That's the trap. Because the system doesn't reward effort the way you think it does. It rewards position. It rewards leverage. It rewards ownership. And if you don't have those things, you can work harder than everyone else and still stay in the same place. Let me explain. When you trade your time for money, there's a built-in limit. You only have 24 hours in a day. You get tired. You get sick. You need breaks. So your income will always be capped, no matter how dedicated you are. Now compare that to someone who owns something, a business, an asset, a system. They're not just selling time, they're using leverage. Their effort gets multiplied, while yours stays linear. That's why the gap keeps growing. Not because they're better than you, but because they're playing a different game, and you were never taught the rules. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The trap isn't just financial, it's psychological. Because over time, you start to normalize the struggle. You start saying things like, "This is just how life is. At least I have a stable job. I can't risk losing what I have." And slowly, your world shrinks. Your ambition gets smaller. Your tolerance for discomfort gets lower. And the system loves that. Because a comfortable, predictable worker is a controlled worker. Think about how your week is structured. Monday to Friday, your time isn't really yours. You wake up on someone else's schedule. You work on someone else's priorities. You build someone else's vision. And by the time you're done, you're too tired to build your own. So you rest. And then you do it all over again. That's not freedom. That's a loop. And the more years you spend inside that loop, the harder it becomes to see a way out. Because now you have responsibilities. Bills, rent, maybe a family, and suddenly the idea of taking a risk feels dangerous. So you stay, even if you're unhappy, even if you know something is wrong. Because the system didn't just trap your income, it trapped your decisions. But here's the part most people don't want to hear. You can't fix this by working harder at the same thing. More hours won't save you. More effort in the same structure won't change your position. You don't need to push harder. You need to step outside the pattern. And that starts by understanding one simple idea. If you don't build something that works without you, you will always have to work for everything. Every dollar, every opportunity, every step forward. Now, that doesn't mean you should quit your job tomorrow. That's not the point. The point is awareness. Because once you see the trap, you can't unsee it. And that changes how you move. Instead of only trading time for money, you start looking for ways to create leverage, skills that scale, opportunities that compound, assets that grow over time. And at first, it's slow, frustrating. You won't see results immediately because you're breaking out of something that most people stay in forever. But that's exactly why it works, because most people won't do it. They'll stay comfortable. They'll stay busy. They'll stay distracted. And they'll call it normal life. Meanwhile, the small percentage that understands this starts playing a different game. They still work, but they work differently. They focus on things that don't reset to zero every day. Things that build on themselves. Because that's the real difference. Most people are running on a treadmill. Effort in, effort out. No real progress. While others are building something that keeps moving, even when they stop. And over time, that gap becomes impossible to ignore. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like no matter what you do, nothing really changes, it's not because you're incapable. It's because you've been operating inside a system that was never designed to make you win. But now you know. And once you know, you have a choice. You can go back to the loop, ignore everything, tell yourself it's fine. Or you can start questioning everything you were taught. Start thinking differently. Start building something that gives you options. Because that's what freedom really is. Not having to escape your life, but having the ability to choose it. And right now, if you're honest with yourself, are you choosing your life? Or just following a path that was given to you? Because if you're not choosing, then you're not free. And if you're not free, you're not broke. You're trapped.